Okay, this is about my 20th version of this. Let's see if it's going to see it. All right. Hi. Hello. I haven't done one of these YouTube videos in quite some time. It's been several months. I think it was summertime last year is the last one I did. And I thought maybe I would just catch up. Let you guys know, whoever that might be interested. I'm still around. You know, I'll duck into the message board every now and then and comment on Dead Pit. I'll, in the chat room, I'll make an appearance. Usually, most Saturdays, I'll make an appearance, even if it's just for a few minutes. I'll duck in and see what's going on. There's been a lot of wrestling talk, which, God bless you. If you love wrestling, then, I certainly am respectful of that. I do not watch wrestling. I don't really understand the appeal of it. And therefore, when there's a bunch of people talking about wrestling, they might as well be speaking Yiddish. I can't hang, so to speak. I don't know. I don't know the people. Most of the people they're talking about. I don't understand the about the matches and what's going on and all that. And so I usually duck out because I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand the conversation. I'm not privy to wrestling and the the different matches and all that. So, and like I say, nothing whatsoever against anyone who does. And I know the Dead Pit guys are big wrestling fans, and God bless them for it. And anyone else that is, I certainly bear no false feelings towards anyone that likes wrestling. My good friend Ray Boucher, as you've seen me and him, or he and I, have collaborated in many of the little ventures here on Dead Pit. He's a huge wrestling fan, and his kids are, and I'm just not. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. Why I haven't done many videos recently? Well, I mainly couldn't think of anything to say. The best way I can put it. I guess I could have reviewed a DVD or something like that, but I suck at that kind of stuff. I write, DVD reviews for Dead Pit, but as far as verbally giving my opinion of a movie, I just ramble like I'm doing now, and it's nonsensical and it's boring, and I shouldn't do it, so I don't do it. I may do it someday, but I'm not going to do it now. Anyway, just letting you guys know I'm still here for anyone that cares, and it's just been a weird last few months. You might have read on the Dead Pit message board what I wrote about Mark Sawyer, who I had known since 1977. Met him in middle school. He passed away. For many years, he was my best friend in the world. He was a filmmaker, short filmmaker. He started out from age 13 and so forth, and made short films on Super 8 film. Had won several awards for them. Very talented guy, and despite the fact that the last few years we had kind of drifted apart as friends, we weren't very close anymore. His influence on me really can't be measured. I mean, the kind of movies that I enjoy, and opening up my horizons about the fact that it's possible to actually create something. I don't want to say of value, but to create something, period. That's something that I had never even thought of doing as a 12-year-old. And to meet this kid that was making his own films and doing things like that, just kind of really opened up a new world to me about the possibilities. And I had acted in several of his short films throughout the years. We collaborated on this series, Chet Cheddar's Tales from the Morgue, which aired on National Public Radio back in the early 90s. If you go to the message board, I think it's on the Shill Your Crap section on Dead Pit. There's a link to the Tales from the Morgue series that Mark and I did, and you can download them for free. And it's radio series, comic horror radio. Kind of a throwback to the old radio dramas that were done like in the 40s and 50s and such. But they're comedic with sort of a horror sci-fi slant to them. And anyway, you go and look for that link on the message board. I think on the Show Your Crap section, Chet Cheddar's Tales No More. Go and download those shows. If nothing else, listen to them as kind of a tribute to Mark Sawyer, who did some of the voices. I did most of the voices on them and co-wrote them. But Mark did all of the audio mixing, all the sound effects, all the music mixing and all that. We didn't create our own music. We just kind of borrowed music. But all that mixing, that's all Mark Sawyer, and who passed away in early January. And rest in peace to Mark Sawyer. Like I say, I mean, I really can't really explain how much of an influence he was on me, just on the possibilities of creating something and what can be done if you put your mind to it. And not that I've really created anything of lasting value, but when you're a kid, you don't really think of that's possible, and he kind of opened my eyes that it is possible. If you put your mind to it, you can do things that have some lasting value. Maybe someday I will. Anywho, I'm sorry to ramble. Just all I do is ramble, and that's why I don't do many of these things, because that's all I do is ramble. So let me get down to brass tacks and do some pimping, some whoring. Chester Grimm t-shirts are now available. I think there will be a link on the Dead Pit site, the main page, later this week. But for right now, you could go to the Shill Your Crap once again, and you can get details on how to buy Chester Grimm t-shirts. And I'm very prone to putting something a little extra in packages when I mail them out. And it may be horror related, it may not be horror related. It may be, sci-fi related or something. It'll probably be movie related of some kind. But I like to put a little extra something. I don't know what it'll be right now. It might be a movie screener or something like that. That I'm just going through my refuge and just give it away. But it'll be something that you can watch, or it will have some sort of entertainment value. You'll probably get a little something extra if you buy a t-shirt. So, Chester Grimm t-shirts are available. Look for those. Go to deadpit.com on the message board. Show Your Crap. Shill Your Crap, and you can see that. And also the Dawn t-shirts are still available. I'm trying to get money saved up for Texas Frightmare Weekend. So that's part of the reason why I'm pimping my wares right now. And these shirts will also be available at the convention if I live long enough to go there. I really have been kind of dealt with the reality of mortality. It's been a weird few months. But anyway, guys, just wanted to let you know I'm still around, and deadpit.com, still my favorite site. Still, I'm dedicated to doing what I can to entertain you guys on my very meager, in my very meager way. But anyway, see you guys later, and thank you, and pick up some t-shirts, and I'll throw something a little extra in for you. Bye-bye, guys. Oh.